What's up guys, this is AppleTech752 and in this video I'm going to show you how to fully activate your passcode locked and disabled iDevices with everything working. So calls, data, FaceTime, iMessage, notifications, all that good stuff. We're going to be using three tools. The first tool is Sliver, the second tool is CheckRain RG, and the third tool is FixM8. And I'm going to show you guys exactly where to download these three programs. You just need to go to your web browser and go to appletech752.com. From here, go ahead and click on the downloads page and you'll find Sliver Mac right up here at the very top. Just download 6.0, the latest version. Then if you scroll down, you'll find a link for CheckRain RG. Go ahead and download this one right here. And then to download FixM8, you're going to want to go to checkmate.info and then scroll down until you find the FixM8 program right here and download FixM8 utility. And this is going to download the three programs that we need for this method. So we can go ahead and close our web browser and here we go. We have Sliver 6.0, CheckRain RG, and FixM8. We're going to start by installing Sliver. So go ahead and click the DMG to open it, click on skip, and just go ahead and drag and drop Sliver directly into your applications folder, just like that, and click on replace if prompted. Perfect. Now we can go ahead and install CheckRain RG. So let's open up this DMG file and also click on skip. And from here, go ahead and click on File, New Finder window, and then go to Applications and drag and drop CheckRain RG into your Applications folder. Perfect. Now we can close this window. Now let's install the last program, FixM8. To do that, we actually need to go to Settings and go to Security and Privacy. And from here, if you get a prompt like this, click Open Anyways. If not, then go ahead and open up the file first and it's going to give you a message like this. And now click on Open Anyways and click on Open. And now we can quit System Preferences, go back inside of here and click on Continue and Install. And now go ahead and type in your password. Perfect. Now we can close this and move to Trash. And go ahead and eject these two DMG files from the other two programs. We now have everything installed and we're all ready to go. So let's go head over to our Launchpad and open up Sliver. And it's going to say verifying Sliver. At this stage, we're going to need to open up System Preferences again because we're going to need to click Allow, the same way we did for the FixM8 tool. As you can see, it says Sliver cannot be opened, so let's click OK. And then Open Anyways and Open. Now we're actually all done with System Preferences, so we can go inside of Sliver and let's go over to Full Passcode Bypass and Passcode iOS 12 to 14. And guys, do keep in mind this method is only for 12.0 to 14.2. So if you have anything higher than 14.2, I recommend you use a tool like FarRain, or even better, try iRemoval Pro on Windows to do full Find My iPhone off. But in this video, we're going to be doing an iPhone 6 that is disabled, as you can see right here. So let's click on Continue and let's read the important instructions right here. Make sure to look over this, it's very important. Once you have Sliver up and running, we're going to head back over to the Launchpad. And this time, let's go into the Other folder and click on the terminal. And once you're inside the terminal, you'll need to type in one simple command. I'll have it up on the screen right now. It is sudo xattr-rd com.apple.quarantine. And then we're going to type in /applications/checkrainrg.app. And now go ahead and click on Enter. And at this point, you'll need to enter your computer password. And if it goes back to the terminal just like this, then you'll know the command worked successfully. So we can go ahead and quit terminal. And now let's go back into the Launchpad again and scroll over until we find CheckRain RG right here. Now go ahead and open it. If you didn't run the command, you'll probably get a message saying like move it to the trash can. So that's why we just ran that command to allow access. So now let's go into Options and Allow Untested Versions and make sure to click A11 BPR check if you get that option. As you'll notice, CheckRain is actually not detecting our device, but I do have it connected right now. As you can see, iPhone is disabled. So what we're going to do is enter recovery mode. We can do that by holding the power and the home button at the exact same time. And then as soon as the screen turns black, just keep holding them and wait for the Apple logo to appear. Now let go of the power and continue holding the home button. And this is going to effectively put your device into recovery mode, and you may get a Finder or an iTunes pop-up or something, so we can go ahead and close that. And at this point, we're just gonna run checkrain and exploit our device. And as you'll notice with this version of checkrain, the special patched RG version, we actually booted directly up to the passcode screen with the little lightning bolt up there. And as you'll notice, it's actually detecting our device right now. So it is gonna let us use the file system and gain full access to our device. We can go ahead and quit checkrain now and go back into Sliver. And from here, all we have to do is click on backup files, click on yes, and click OK. And just like this, an activation folder has been saved to our desktop. Let me bring it over here so you guys can see. We basically need to double click this activation folder and we should find 4 files in here that are very important. The first one is this dataarc.plist, we have that. Then we need the activation record, that looks good. And now we need the com.apple.com center one. This one's right here. And next we need the ic-info.sisv, which is inside the Fair Play folder. So there are various different files inside of here, but there's only one that's important. It's the SISV, and it's very important that you have that specific file. So as you can see, these ones don't matter. They actually don't mean anything. The only one that's important is the SISV. So you need to make sure you have that. If you don't, you can make a post on reddit.com/r/setupapp. You can also go to Oli the Repair Dude's YouTube channel. He has a great tutorial for how to generate that. So let's click OK. And at this point, we can click on Erase Device, but as you'll notice, this feature is only for iOS 13. So this is where FixM8 comes in. Let's go back over to our Launchpad and open up FixM8, the ultimate iOS utility. And as you can see, it says connecting device, and it gives us an option to erase it right here. And this is perfect because we currently have version 12.1, but we don't want to update to the latest version. So all we have to do is click on erase device, and it's going to keep the iOS version and reset it to factory settings. And as you can see, it says device has been successfully erased. And when I'm pressing the home button right now, it's actually not doing anything. And right here we have a little progress bar that indicates that we are erasing all content and settings. And as soon as this process is complete, we should be back at the setup screen. I'll be back. All right, here we are back at the setup screen. So I'm gonna go ahead and open up the device. And the first thing we need to do at this point is run checkrain RG again. So let's go ahead and quit FixM8 and go back into our Launchpad and locate checkrain RG right here. And now we can go ahead and click on Start and Next, and it's gonna put our device into recovery mode. And at this point, we can go ahead and click on Start and complete the jailbreak process. All right, perfect. Checkrain says all done. So let's go back into the setup assistant. And as you guys can see, here we are on the activation lock page. I just connected to my Wi-Fi network, and now it says it's activating our iPhone, and it boots us directly into activation lock. So basically at this point, we're gonna use Sliver to fully activate the device with calls, data, FaceTime, iMessage, all that good stuff working. So now we can go ahead and quit checkrain and go back into Sliver. Before we continue, it's really important to check and just make sure the activation folder is still on your desktop. That's what's gonna allow Sliver to activate your device. Now we can go back into Sliver and click on Relay Device Info. And now we need to open up a terminal window. So let's go back over to the Launchpad, scroll over and open up the other folder, click on terminal. And from here, we're gonna type in one super simple command. It is chmod-R 755. And then we're gonna go ahead and drag and drop the activation folder directly into the terminal. And now let's click enter. And perfect, just like that, the activation folder is ready to use. So we can click on done with that to move to the next step. And now we're gonna start the SSH session. And perfect, SSH is ready to go. So all we have to do is click on activate iDevice. Let me show you guys that we are still on the activation lock page. I'm gonna go back here. It says it may take a few minutes to activate your iPhone, and then we're gonna get booted straight to activation lock. And once again, there is no way past this activation lock. We do not know the password, so we're gonna be bypassing today with Sliver. Here we go. Let's do this. We're gonna click on activate device, and it's gonna get the process done for us. All right, as you can see, the device is respringing. And it may respring a few times. That is totally normal, and that is part of the process. Perfect. It says process completed. So I'm going to go ahead and hold the power and the home button together at the exact same time. And now we're going to wait until the Apple logo and then let go. Perfect. So we're just going to wait for this reboot, and then after the reboot is complete, our device will be fully activated with everything working. All right, let's press home to open. And now let's go back into the setup assistant, set up manually. And as you guys can see, here we are directly on the data and privacy screen, no more activation lock. So make sure to choose don't add passcode and continue. You can use a passcode later. It's just important not to set one in the setup assistant. So now let's continue and set up as new iPhone. Don't use your Apple ID yet. We're gonna wait and do that all later in the settings application. Now let's agree to this, customize settings. Make sure to click on install updates manually, not continue. That's pretty important. Not now. We're gonna enable this and then set up later and set up later. Don't share, choose a view, and I'm assuming you guys are all gonna want standard, and now we can click on get started. And here we are directly on the home screen. All right, I just installed an AT&T SIM card in the device. We can go ahead and enter the code on this one, that's fine. And as you guys can see, it says activation required, and that is because even though the IMEI might show as carrier unlocked, the activation files for this device are actually still locked to a specific carrier. So we're gonna try a different SIM card. I used AT&T. Let's go ahead and try a T-Mobile SIM. All right, as you guys can see, I just removed the SIM card and it went straight back to the home screen, so no need to worry about that. All right, now I'm gonna go ahead and install this T-Mobile SIM card. All right, let me show you guys that I have two different SIM cards here. I have a T-Mobile SIM card and an AT&T SIM card. And unfortunately, neither of these SIM cards matched up with the carrier policy of this device. And because this is a passcode device, we actually cannot do a full carrier unlock with something like Gray Rhino or FixM8. Just that same process is not gonna work due to the spoofing mechanisms. But the good news is you guys still will have iMessage, FaceTime, all that good functionality on your device. So let me show you guys right now that we're gonna get iMessage and FaceTime fully working. As you guys can see, I just signed in with my iCloud account, and that confirms that iCloud sign-in is fully working. We have our storage right up here, and we have Find My iPhone turned on our account, and we have all of our options enabled. So to get FaceTime and iMessage, we're gonna go ahead and reboot the device one more time. This step is essential just to ensure that the activation is permanent and will last you guys for as long as you need. So we're gonna go ahead and wait for that Apple logo and let our device boot up. And here we go, our device is now back on the lock screen. That confirms that this bypass is fully untethered. So now I'm gonna go into the iMessage application and we're gonna try to send a message. So let's click on continue and compose a new message, and boom, as you guys can see, there's that blue icon instead of green. That means we have iMessage. I just put in my phone number at the top of the page, and now I'm gonna send a test message. So let's click the nice blue button. Now let me go into FaceTime right up here. And it says unable to install FaceTime, but now it's installing for us. So as soon as that installation finishes, let's go ahead and click the icon. And here we are directly inside FaceTime. No waiting for activation, none of that stuff. So there you guys have it. Let me try Siri. Yo Siri, what's good? And there it is, the full passcode bypass for iOS 12, iOS 13, even iOS 14 up to 14.2. We now have FaceTime, iMessage, iCloud sign-in, Siri, setting a passcode untethered, all that good stuff. So if you like this content, make sure to smash that subscribe button, hit the like button. You can also follow us on reddit.com/r/setup app if you need any help. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.